Hello, my name is Sonnet and I love to talk about crochet and books and all things crafty, but in today's video we have something a little bit different, and that is because I recently just got home from a weekend trip to Salem, Massachusetts to visit the Fiber Witch Festival. This was a fiber festival that took place on April 12th and 13th of 2025, and I thought I would take you along with me on my journey and my experience in Salem. Now, this video is going to actually discuss my whole trip in Salem, which spanned from the 11th of April through the 14th. So if you're more interested in just the Fiber Festival or you want to jump around in the video, don't forget that there are time codes down below. That way you can go to wherever you want, whatever interests you the most. But that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and dive right into my springtime Salem trip. So this was actually our very first time going not only to Salem, but to New England, and oh boy, we were so excited. It was a beautiful Friday morning. The sun was shining and we were ready for that plane ride to Salem. I went with my sister, and actually this was the first time we had flown together in about 20 years or so, maybe even 25. My sister is also a fiber artist. She does do crochet as well, so it was the perfect sister getaway. We got into Salem in the late afternoon, early evening time, and we were staying at the Salem Inn, and the room was really cute. It's a really fun hotel, lots of history, which I really liked. You do get a free breakfast every morning as well, which I thought was an incredible value, and it was really centrally located. We were essentially right across the street from the witch house and all the other Salem attractions that we were interested in. So as I mentioned, we got in later in the afternoon, so a lot of the stores had already closed, but we were able to see a couple. This here is Black Veil, which I thought was incredible. I love how all of the stores in Salem really go all in with their decor and their aesthetic. We didn't get a chance to go to the main Black Veil store, which I know is just a little bit down the way, but I was super happy that we got to see this one because this was definitely a stop I wanted to go to. We also were able to see the Ropes Mansion, which was on our list of attractions to see. And I was able to see the Edgar Allan Poe section in Black Craft Cult. I was so excited to see this because of the giant Edgar Allan Poe. And, you know, I had to take a picture with Poe and the giant witch. Oh, I loved Black Craft Cult. I thought this place was incredible. Now, New England was definitely having some springtime weather. It was very cold and very rainy the entire weekend. We decided to warm up by going to the Derby for dinner. I got this delicious cocktail with tahini on it. Oh, it was so amazing. And I also got the fish tacos, which, man, I dream about these fish tacos. They were so good. After dinner, we just did a little bit more browsing around the streets. I thought these little Lego recreations of some of the locations in Salem were super cute. And then we decided to get a couple more cocktails at All Souls Lounge. This place does specialize in like vintage cocktails, and they were pretty good. I did like this place, but it was pretty busy even for the off season, so too busy for me. But we decided to walk towards the Salem Commons. There you can see the Salem Witch Museum in the evening time. The Commons was all lit up and beautiful, and we ended our night by going to Goodnight Fatty. And while this was not the last time we went to Goodnight Fatty, there is my ice cream and cookie. We did call it a night after that though, because the next morning, you can see here, snowy and cold. We went for a nice little 20-minute walk towards the House of the Seven Gables. I was really looking forward to the House of the Seven Gables. It's right here on the water. It was the perfect type of vibe I feel like that I wanted in Salem that Saturday morning. It was cold and foggy and rainy. And yeah, we did our tour at the House of the Seven Gables. And I just love historical tours like this. They really, really speak to me for some reason. I had an absolute blast on this tour, so I highly recommend, if you are going to Salem, definitely check out the House of the Seven Gables. What they do is so incredible, and the history of this place is incredible as well. After we left the House of the Seven Gables, we decided to go get lunch at the Howling Wolf Taqueria, and it was really good. I had a margarita and a delicious fish burrito, but then it was time to visit the iconic town hall in Salem for the Fiber Witch Festival. Here we are waiting in line to get in, and wow, look at all of the amazing yarn. I would have bought all of the yarn if I could have. There was so many amazing vendors at this market, not just fiber, but so many incredible things. Look at these beautiful shawls. I mean, just beautiful. The colorways were beautiful. So the theme this year for the Fiber Witch Festival was Persephone. So a lot of things had a Persephone theme to them. Pomegranates, dark reds. It was just perfect. There were notions and project bags and witchy things, all the fiber that you could possibly want in all of the amazing colors. Everything was so soft and beautiful. And like I said, just so many amazing notions and things. So it was about 2 levels of vendors. And again, I would have spent all my money if I could. I did have a bit of a budget though. And if you are interested in everything that I bought at the Fiber Witch Festival and all of the souvenirs that I bought from Salem, there is going to be a video coming out soon where I do share all of my souvenirs and all of my Fiber Witch Festival goodies. So keep an eye out for that. Here's a picture of some of my goodies. You can check that out on my Instagram. And like I said, that video will be coming out soon. So the rest of Saturday, we kind of just hung around Salem. It is a very walkable city and kind of small, so we went and saw some of the attractions again, but we got ready for our Saturday night ghost tour. So yes, we went on a ghost tour, my sister and I, and it was really cool to hear some of the history as well as some of the ghost stories around Salem. But Sunday morning came and we were so cold by this point, we needed to warm up with some black craft coffee. I had to get coffee from this coffee shop before we left, and this coffee shop did not disappoint. The aesthetic was there, the decorations were absolutely perfect, and the hot matcha latte that I got, incredible. But we took our hot coffee and we took about a half-hour walk to see Max and Danny's house. Oh, wow, this was really fun. And it's right there on the water, which kind of surprised me, but just another iconic Hocus Pocus filming location. Here we have Nathaniel Hawthorne. Hello there, Nathaniel. Yeah, Sunday was a little bit more low-key. We just kind of walked around, saw a few other things. Here's the high school from Hocus Pocus as well. And we did just see a couple of things that we hadn't seen earlier or that we had not seen during the day. So we have the Salem Commons again. We did a little bit more shopping on this day as well. And because it was springtime, everything was slowly blooming. These magnolia trees, the most beautiful smell I think I've ever smelled. Just gorgeous. We also decided to take the little tour in I believe this is called the Halloween Museum. This was $10 and it was very vibrant, lots of black lights and neon paint, but there were some really cool things here. There were some movie props here. You can see actual production piece from The Nightmare Before Christmas. I love the mirror. Who doesn't love the mirror? But then there were also like Halloween history things. They had like boo buckets from the 80s or maybe even the 70s. Just lots of fun things. One thing we did that I wasn't able to film was actually the Count Orlok Nightmare Gallery, which is basically like a wax museum type of thing with horror movie monsters. That was super cool. We passed by the Fiber Witch Festival a couple of times more. We didn't go back that second day, even though I wanted to. But one thing I did want to get was my aura photography. So I got this done at Ascend in Salem. And what an experience getting that aura photography. You can see my sister. Ours are just so completely different. Isn't that wild? Then during the day, we decided to go and see the Witch Trial Memorial. We had seen this a couple of times, but it was always during the evening time or at night when it was dark. And I really did want to see it during the day. So we just quietly walked through and paid our respects. And we also did walk through the Charter Street Cemetery, which is right there. And that's pretty wild, seeing gravestones that are so old. Just all of the history in Salem was mind-blowing to me. I'm from the West, and we just don't, we do have old buildings, but not like out there in New England. Just some of the age of some of the stuff was so mind-blowing to me. And I just loved it. I love history so much. We ended our night by going to Turner's for dinner. It was pretty okay. It was pretty good. I got a lobster roll, which was really yummy. And here we are back at the Salem Witch Museum again. We didn't go to the Salem Witch Museum, but we had to end our trip with another good night fatty. It was just so good. I don't even like cookies all that much, really, but for whatever reason, this Chips Ahoy cookie that they had with the vanilla soft serve was so good. Oh, I want another one right now. But here we are, it's Monday morning, and look, the sun's out. So there's good old Boston, and it was just an incredible trip. It was a really quick weekend, but it was an amazing weekend. I saw so many things that have been on my bucket list for a long time, and I got to spend some quality time with my sister, which is so important to us both. And yeah, it was the perfect sister trip. But that's it. That was our fun little Salem weekend getaway. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to go back to Salem. I'm already thinking about planning next year's trip to the Fiber Witch Festival. It was so fun. The festival itself was incredible, and Salem was just beautiful. I had such a good time. And I did want to say thank you to everyone that said hello while at the Fiber Festival. You guys are so amazing and you made me so very happy. As I mentioned, I do have a video coming where I will be showing you everything that I purchased at the Fiber Witch Festival, as well as all of my Salem souvenirs. So keep an eye out for that video. But that's all I have to say about that. Thank you so much for joining me today. You are so wonderful. I love you so much. And I will see you all a little later. Bye.